Will ICP, or Internet Computer Token, experience a revival? Now, based on the technical analysis pattern that I'm seeing here, the chart pattern that I'm seeing here right now is telling me that it is more likely that it is going to be experiencing a revival. I will be telling you guys more detail about why that is. And of course, a lot of it's going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin starts dumping, that is going to tank quite a bit of these altcoins here. Now, while I am bullish on Bitcoin on the longer term time frame, like the monthly time frame, there are still some mixed signals on Bitcoin on the shorter term time frames, like the weekly time frame, to be paying attention to. Some mixed signals there. Okay, so very important to be watching out for Bitcoin right now. I did a more detailed video on that, and I will link you guys to it at the end of this video. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin. Now, for ICP here, let's take a look into what's happening with ICP, okay? Because it has not been doing too much at all, and it could be in for some more downside. Now, ICP, it has been running within this falling wedge pattern, and you guys can verify this yourself. A falling wedge pattern is a bullish pattern that has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, okay? But also have to consider that smaller chance that it could still break down as well. I've seen that happen before, okay? Now, ICP is still running within this falling wedge pattern, about the lower midsection of this pattern here. Is there a chance that it could continue breaking down? Well, let's take a look, okay? Now, let's just say if ICP actually is able to break out of this pattern, which, like I said, it's going to depend a lot on Bitcoin, okay? I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here, so my opinion on Bitcoin is still bullish right now. But of course, on this crypto market, it's still bullish right now. But of course, these are just my opinions and not financial advice. Now, let's take a look here. This price target is going to be about $24 for ICP if it breaks out by this point, for example. Price targets are estimates only, okay? There could be more or less. I've seen it very much depends on how the market is. Are we in a bull market, bear market, sideways market? And of course, depends a lot on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin starts dumping, that is going to tank these altcoins, okay? I can't stress that enough. Now, let's take a look into a smaller time frame here where there are some changes with ICP, okay? Now, I mentioned that there was a falling wedge pattern on this daily time frame. I did have to update that falling wedge pattern because initially it looked something like this, right? And then ICP basically broke down. And what happens, and basically comes back up into this pattern, invalidating that falling wedge pattern. So what happens when I see a pattern get invalidated? I rechart the pattern. And basically what I'm seeing here, if I just move the the bottom trend line here just a little bit, this still fits a falling channel pattern, which is basically still a bullish pattern that breaks to the upside, okay? Now, some very possible scenarios of bullish divergence here. If this daily time frame makes an equal or lower low, okay, and we're very likely, it looks like it's very likely to get a equal or higher low on this daily RSI reading here. So you guys can look up bullish divergence as well and tell me what it says, right? And if this fits that scenario, which I think it very much does, right? So we have some bullish reversal signals here. Let's see if ICP could pull it off, right? If not, a possible scenario here is that ICP comes all the way down here to about $4.50, right? Which, I mean, it's already pretty close to. And possibly make a double bottom here on this weekly time frame, which is still a bullish pattern, but that tells you that it's gonna be in for some more downside, okay? Of course, it's not gonna be good if ICP actually breaks this about $4.25. That's basically the last level of support here. within this falling wedge pattern, that tells me it could be approaching this bottom trend line. So this basically wraps it up for this video for ICP. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of these coins on this coin or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis.